Going to do another chapter and verse video today, this time on 402 FloraGreene, but before we get into that, I'm still playing catch up on the lawn from being out of town, so we got to take care of this first. Dr. Pepper, you never fail me. 402 FloraGreene. Let's talk about it. Right out of the gate, I will say this about 402 FloraGreene. It is one of the most versatile products that we have in our lineup. Trees, shrubs, palms, plants, garden, ornamental, and even turf. It can cover all of that. All right, so like I've done with the other chapter and verse videos, let's first go over the analysis of 402 FloraGreene. So we have 4% nitrogen, which is 2% urea nitrogen and 2% ammonia. Up next, we have our soluble potash, which is 2%. Sulfur coming in at 1%. Good old Fe iron, that's coming in at 1.5%. We got humic acid in the mix at 8%. And as a growth stimulant, we've got cold water kelp coming in at 2%. 402 FloraGreene is gonna go way beyond NPK with the minor elements humic acid, fulvic acid, cold water kelp, and just the right amount of nitrogen and potassium to get that foliar uptake going. Now, one of the things that you're gonna notice with 402 FloraGreene, if you get on a weekly feeding schedule, your plants are just gonna absolutely explode with beauty. I mean, they're just gonna go gonzo because you're not only giving them the plant food, but the soil that they're in, you're feeding that as well. So you can quite literally spray it on your garden today and see results tomorrow. It's one of the easiest products to use in our lineup because you're using very low rates of it. If you'll remember when I fed my green giant arborvitaes over on the side of my yard, I only did about 2 ounces of this in a 2-gallon watering can. So low inputs like that, it's very easy to mix up and get into your gardens, your flowers, your plants, your shrubs, all that good stuff. Speaking of fertilizing my green giant arborvitaes, it's absolutely okay to do the soil drench, but this product right here is best to use as a foliar application. The way this is gonna work is it's gonna get absorbed through the leaf, stem, and cambium tissues, and it's gonna get distributed to the roots by utilizing the plant's circulatory system. Now let's dive into the different uses for 402 FloraGreene. I touched on this a little bit in the plant, shrub, and tree package chapter and verse video, but I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth on this one. So first up, let's talk about healthy trees. For healthy trees, you're gonna apply at a 1/2 ounce per caliper inch of the diameter at shoulder height. For sick or diseased trees, it's a little bit different. You're still gonna do 1 ounce per caliper inch of the diameter at shoulder height. You're still gonna spray up to about 6 feet or to the first fork and spray till it just starts to run off, but you're gonna make the application monthly. And I would also spike into the mix 002 microgreen if you know that it has some micronutrient deficiencies. So for microgreen, you're gonna do a 1/2 ounce for every ounce of FloraGreene. For fruit trees, you're gonna do a 1/2 ounce per caliper inch at diameter at shoulder height. Again, spraying up about 6 feet or to the first fork, and do it till it just starts to run off again, but you want to spray it before the fruit sets. And once the fruit sets, you stop your applications. No need to apply any more 402 to it. On to plants and ornamentals. Now, I know this part of the label and the spec sheet confuses some folks, so hopefully we can clear this up. Per the label in the spec sheet, it says you're gonna do 6 ounces for 1,000 square feet of bedding material. And it's simply that. If you've got an area in front of your house or on the sides of your house, wherever you might have a little ornamental or flower bed or anything like that, if it's 1,000 square feet, you're going to mix up 6 ounces and about a gallon of water and try to evenly distribute it over that 1,000 square feet. So what I would encourage you to do is measure all of your garden beds. Let's say you've got 3 garden beds and they collectively make up 1,000 square feet. You're gonna mix up 6 ounces of 402 FloraGreene and about a gallon of water, like a little sprinkling can, and try to evenly distribute that amongst the 3 different garden beds that you have. You can mist this out over the foliage, and that's what I prefer. I like using my 1 gallon hand pump sprayer and just misting that over the top of my shrubs and plants that I got in the garden bed on the front of my house, but you can also do a soil drench here. One thing to note, if you have colored mulch in your flower or ornamental beds, this will change the color and it will stain it. So if you don't want to mist over your plants at the risk of staining your mulch, do a soil drench at the base of each one of your plants. So pull back the mulch a little bit in those areas and just carefully pour this mixture at the base of each one of your shrubs that you're trying to fertilize. And one more thing, you want to avoid direct contact with your flower blooms because this will stain it. So if you got some nice beautiful white roses or anything like that, you spray over the top of those, you're gonna notice some brown stains on it. So just don't do that. For your palms, once again, you're gonna do 1 ounce per caliper inch of the diameter at shoulder height, and you're gonna pour it at the base of each one of those. Now let's cover potted plants and vegetables. And yes, you can use this in your vegetable garden. What you're gonna do here is dilute 1 ounce of 402 FloraGreene in about a gallon of water, and you're gonna do a light soaking at the base of the plants. On vegetable gardens, you can do a foliar application of 402 FloraGreene up to the flowering stage. Once they start popping some flowers, those flowers are gonna turn to fruit, and once they go to fruit, you wanna start putting this at the base of those plants. Now, earlier this morning, I went out and fertilized my green giant arborvitaes before it got too hot, and that's something that you need to be aware of. You do not wanna apply to the foliage if the temperature is at or above 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So it got up to about 88 today, I think. Yeah, about 89 degrees. Earlier this morning, it was a cool 70 degrees. So good time to make the application before it gets too hot and we risk burning up some leaf tissue. If you'll remember, I did a soil drench for the first feeding, but again, 402 FloraGreene, you're really gonna see a nice response if you do a foliar application of this. So that's exactly what I did. I did 3 ounces of 402 FloraGreene with 1.5 ounces of 002 microgreen for those 2 green giant arborvitaes. The reason I put the 002 in there is I know they're lacking in micronutrients. They're just not looking all that great. So I wanna make sure I get those extra micros in there as well. I mixed that up in my 1 gallon hand pump sprayer that I got from the Home Depot, and I just misted that over the foliage of each of those green giant arborvitaes. Remember, I'm just fertilizing the 2 out of the 4, just for the fun of it and the science of it, and see how they stack up against the other 2 that I'm neglecting. So sorry to the other 2. That's pretty much it. That's chapter and verse 402 FloraGreene. What other questions do you have about this specific product? Leave those in the comments section below and I will do my best to answer those for you. Like I always say, hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure to share it out. Subscribe to the channel. Click, punch, destroy, hit, whatever, that notification bell, so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. Keep on keeping on, my lawn care and gardening brothers and sisters from other misters, and I will catch you next time.